Hey there, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking me out. So, let's get right to it. Another Mandela effect, maybe a little bit older one for some of the people that are in tune to this stuff, but Russell Brandt is Russell Brand, and now he's been deplatformed for his political views. That's basically it. I haven't really gone into the whole rabbit hole of what is going on with him, but it seems to be following everybody else who kind of comes on these stations, YouTube and all these rumbles and all this other things, starts telling you the truth, and then they get deplatformed. So, Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson and all these guys, they're saying too much, and that can't happen. So that's going on. So I just thought I'd bring that up to see what you guys thought about that. Feel free to comment in the section, and like, subscribe, share, as they say. So there's a lot going on. I just watched a video from these guys, worried about these. They're saying that there's these guys, a group of people that get together and do this remote viewing, and they kind of figure out what's going to happen, and they're kind of predicting that there's some kind of radioactive ejecta that's going to happen and going to hurt a lot of people, which is concerning. So we don't want that to happen. So the more people are aware about this, then as the saying goes, the more people are aware of it, the less likely it's going to happen. So I thought I'd mention it. Big thing going on is that on this channel, I've been talking about the sun. As you know, who follow this channel, I actually, 24 hours, almost to the minute, I told everybody when the next flare was going to happen. I do predictions. I tell people what's going to happen, and it happened. And now what's happening is YouTube is saying that they switched talking about sunlight into the category of health. So I'm not allowed to talk about sunlight or the sun anymore, since I just started talking about the sun in the last couple videos and what was going on with the sun, and I started making predictions and telling people what was going to happen, and now I can't talk about that anymore. I'm prohibited. So it seems to be I'm being targeted, even though I have a really tiny channel. I don't let that bother me at all. Jesus, as they say, had 12 followers. So, and I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That this is kind of strange. That I would just start talking about the sunlight and talking about the sun, and now you're saying I'm not allowed to talk about the sun. I'm not allowed to talk about vaccines. I'm not allowed to talk about certain things. I'm being censored. And they actually went, I don't know if you know this, they went back and took some of my videos down that I talked about certain things, which is really crazy. But anyway, there's the big event happening tomorrow. Is the comet child is coming out of the womb of Virgo, which is in Revelation 12. So that's happening tomorrow, and a lot of preachers are hypothesizing that there's going to be an event tomorrow. What's the event? They're saying like the rapture. I don't know if that's going to happen. I have a couple theories about it. One of the theories is that if the rapture does happen, I think there'd be like a substitution NPC which would take the person's place. So if someone was raptured out, you might not know if they were raptured. That's kind of crazy. But if we think about it, and you think about all the people that we saw on this channel that I talk about that have died and all of a sudden they're alive again, I wouldn't think that that's beyond the realm of possibility. Basically, with men, it might not be possible, but with God, anything's possible. So, could it be that people are getting raptured out already, and when they get raptured, maybe their name changed to show that they've been raptured? I don't know. But if some bad things are going to be happening very shortly with the 7 years of tribulation, it does make sense that I wouldn't think that everybody gets raptured at once. Maybe they've been getting raptured. And honestly, I thought about if there was a 7 years of tribulation, I thought that would have been started when the solar eclipse X happened over America. So if you think about that, there's 7 years in between X's, and we already past the middle section when the Antichrist is supposed to make an appearance. So that is, I'm just fitting in biblical doctrine and what they're saying with these prophecies into reality, and that's kind of interesting. I just thought I'd talk about that. Anyway, a lot going on. I don't want anything bad to happen. So one of the things I was just thinking about this morning is these black programs that the government may have for these kind of prediction type of events. I don't think that they don't. I'm sure they have some kind of, like they used to have, some kind of program where they have people that try to predict things, like Minority Report. They have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But what might a nefarious organization, let's say, do? Let's not label it the government. Let's say an organization, because I don't think the government would do it. Maybe a shadow government, maybe some other organization. What would they do? Maybe they'd cause a small event, like a train derailment. Maybe something like that. That's why all these train derailments happen. So they could use their predictive models to see if they saw it ahead of time, and then they cause it to see what's going on. So I wouldn't put that past these kind of people out there causing some kind of train derailments on purpose to see if they predicted it correctly or not. And then they need to do it over and over. There was that movie that came out that they were talking about, White Noise, about the train derailments before it happened, and saying it was all a simulation. So maybe they were doing that and trying to see if their predictive programs were working. And why would they do that? So they can control things. Anyway, this is all conspiracy junk I'm throwing out there, but a lot of the things I'm saying keep coming true. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, stay positive. Have a great day. Bye-bye.